Welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is September 21st, 2019, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC on Bitstamp, it is currently 10,000, and it is roughly the same on Binance and on BYBIT. So we seen like a lot of volatility from BTC, and then price action, and then volatility. Volatility is increasing a lot recently, so we're looking for some lower number from BTC, but BTC doesn't want to drop below 10k, and it doesn't want to stay below 10k too long. So we're going to take a look at the bullish and then the bearish scenario regarding BTC. It is actually extremely bearish right now, but we're also going to take a look at the possibility of BTC like a push into the upside and breaking this area of 50 MA at least. The 50 MA at least for the short term, right? So you take a look at BTC. Let's take a look at it again. So when you take a look at BTC, we only got two scenarios, all right? We cannot keep moving like sideways forever. Right now we're getting a right now you can see like we're getting a support from the 100 EMA on the daily, which is roughly around like a 98.88, which is roughly 99, right? So because we got rejection at 99.04 on BYBIT, and then a price cannot close below 99. So but it is going to be very challenging for BTC to close below 99 today, and we're going to take a look at like why BTC could be pushing to the upside if like we retest 96 to 98 very shortly. So let's move on to the lower time frame. And we're also going to talk about the volumes. The volume is quite very low on Binance. That's actually like one of the lowest volume we've seen like from Binance, right? So let's go back to Binance. On Binance, we only got like roughly less than 18,000 trading volume. So 18,000, it is very low. So last time we got 18,000, you can see like we kept moving to the downside and get this big dump and then a big reversal, but we're still coming back down on the daily to retest like the low, to retest the 100 EMA at least for the short term. So the volume is it is very low. It is very low. Okay, let's move on to the lower time frame first. So on the lower time frame, we're still looking for that's a 45 minutes. If you've been watching this channel, you know the 45 minutes is pretty incredible. Whenever the 45 minutes is oversold, it is a nice 100 to 200 points you can take in this area and look for a reversal. That's what we got in this area. So BTC retested like the low 99 and then push back up to like almost 10.1. So that's 200 points right there. So if you're trading BTC, that's a nice profit in that range. So this move we got a couple of days ago, this nasty sell-off, we anticipated like BTC to drop back down. Similar pattern, it made in this area like this big push to the upside, similar pattern, and then we got another reversal like a 0.618 to a roughly 0.618 to a 0.786. So we could still get this move to the upside, like going to retest like a 10.2 to 10.3. So if you're pretty much very bearish on BTC, just be cautious, because BTC can give us this move to the upside, right? It can give us this move to the upside, which is roughly up to like a 10.25 to like a 10.160. So in this range. So just watch out for these two numbers for the short term, okay? At least for the short term, right? So I don't think we're gonna push straight to 10.26. We could double bottom again around 99, or at least like even break 97 to 96 before pushing to the upside. But just watch out for this area. It is going to be very volatile, okay? It is going to be very, very volatile within the next couple of days. So yeah, keep that in mind, because BTC can move to the upside very strongly like this one. You're going to think like BTC going to drop and retest it. It's just going to give you a nice push to the upside, a 600 to 700 points. So just keep that in mind, all right? Don't mess with BTC, at least for the short term, if you don't understand what you're doing, all right? So let's move on to the 15 minutes. Hey, what's up, Mr. Steer? If you haven't joined the public Telegram group, make sure to do so. The link is under the description. If you want to upgrade to the premium member, you can shoot me in a private message, and I'm going to show you how to join the premium member in order for you to join the private live stream, and then a private update, and then also get all these private signals. So the link is under the description. The monthly payment, it is 0.01 BTC, 0.011 BTC a month. So make sure to hit the link, the Telegram group link, and then make sure to join at least the public Telegram group also to get some updates. All right, and then some price analysis. So when you take a look at the 15 minutes, what I'm looking for the 15 minutes, at least for the short term, we got this move. We anticipated BTC could be pushing to the upside in this range around like a 10-1 last night during the private live stream. So we said like we could be pushing like to 10-1. So we took profit at 10K and 99. Some of us took like 99, took profit at 99, and then shorted again at 10-1. So you can see like we still can make this move, get this double bottom again. You could take some profit and then look for this move to the upside right around 10-2 to 10-3 again. So most people are anticipating some further sell-off. Myself, I'm anticipating some further sell-off, but I don't think like this sell-off gonna be like a straight sell-off. All right, gonna be a straight sell-off because we anticipated this move exactly. It is clean on the 15 minutes. All right, so we anticipated this drop. Okay, we got this Bart Simpson, right? We said like BTC gonna be making this move. It's the same exact move it made in this area. We anticipated it. Okay, that's the same exact move it made. So we could be claiming down to this climbing up to this area of 10-2 to 10-6. all right, before getting another nasty sell-off. So but this might not be the initial drop. Okay, that's a big challenge to see like BTC dropping all the way down to like a 97. That's a big challenge. All right, so it is better to long it like from this area of 90, this area of 97. If you want to get the exact numbers, make sure to join the private group because we got a target in this area, and then we're looking for BTC at least to retest this area at some point, right? So we could retest this area before pushing to the upside, or we can just push to the upside from this area. Also, it doesn't change anything about the structure. It still can drop back down to this area. So, but if you don't take profit now, you're gonna have to short higher basically. Okay, you're gonna have to short higher in this range. All right, you're gonna have to short higher. So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. So BTC weekly, it is looking nasty. The last few weeks we only got one bullish candle like over the last almost like over the last few 6 weeks we only get 2 bullish weekly candles. So it is quite interesting. The 50 EMA, the weekly 50 EMA, it is currently at roughly about 8,000, but 8,000 it is not a target for us. Target we're looking for to the downside, it is like 72 or 7,000 to the downside. Just an immediate target. It doesn't mean like that's going to be the bottom, but we're going to be looking for BTC at least to not at least, but probably to retest like a set low 7200, right? But low 7200, what type of a reaction we're going to get from low 7200? It is going to be very reactive. It is going to be very volatile as soon as we get to 7200, because we could even get another push to like retest the previous 382, which is roughly I wouldn't say 10K. After 7200 we could at least pull back 382, which could be like in this range of 86. Let me get my fib level. All right, previous 382 gonna be the current 382. So if we drop to 7200, we could be pushing back up to like a 10K. So before even going back to 55 to 5700. And I told you last week we still got a possibility of hitting 5,000 to 5,500 BTC, but most people are not looking that far. Most people are just looking for roughly 9K. Okay, most people are not looking for further than 7K. So, but we got a possibility of basically hitting 5,700 to 5,500. And I'll show you guys, if you pretty much very familiar with the Trololo trend line. I showed you a couple months ago, not couple months ago, but a couple weeks ago, right? we still got a chance to come back down and retest like a 57 to 5500 by December. All right, I know like we're gonna get big news on Monday, so market volatility might not be incredible over the next 24 hours till Monday. All right, so but just keep an eye on like a BTC retesting like a lower mid 5k. Okay, mid 5k. I'm not saying it's gonna happen like within the next few weeks, but within the next 3 to 4 months, we could see like BTC in the low 5ks. Okay, we could see BTC in the low 5k. But let's see how the volume gonna help us get to a low 5k, because right now we don't have any volume. Okay, BTC doesn't have any volume. Price is moving sideways on the weekly time frame, but very volatile if you're trading. Okay, it is extremely volatile on the lower time frame. All right, like 4 hour, 15 minutes, stuff like that. Those 200 points, they means a lot. Okay, they mean a lot. Like if you're leveraging, or even if you're swing trading, right? Depending on how many BTC you're swing trading with. So keep an eye on BTC, at least for the short term. If you want to get this analysis, make sure to join the at least the public live stream, the public Telegram group. You can get sometimes some private live stream, but if you want to get extensive analysis, daily updates, daily price targets, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, BTC, make sure to join the premium member. Okay, I'm gonna send you the Discord link if you want to join the premium member. So the weekly time frame, going back to it, a nice three-way move to the downside, gonna take us roughly about like a 70 roughly 70 to 100, a pullback to 10k. That's a long-term view I'm just giving you right now. All right, let's take a look at the monthly time frame right now. The monthly time frame, it is not bullish at all. Like with these lower highs in this area, like that's the 4th month in a row like we get in these patterns. So if like BTC closes below like a roughly around like a 90, just about 96, like let's say we close about 96 this month, that's not going to be great for the bulls. At least if you're pretty much very bearish, looking for some lower numbers, at least it is going to be incredible for you to anticipate like further drop from BTC if like we get like a third bearish monthly candle. Because if you go back on if you go back to Bitstamp, if like we go back to Bitstamp, like on the previous bull market, we haven't seen like a 3 bearish monthly candle. Okay, we didn't see like a 3 bearish monthly candle in this area. So all the way up to like a 17, 20k, we didn't see any. So if we're gonna get like a 3 bearish monthly candle, especially some lower highs, very significant lower highs, even like we got some lower highs in this area, but it wasn't significant like this. That's like a nice trend line. We struggling to break. Okay, we're struggling to break this area. So we might not even have to wait for 14k. With a strong push on the monthly, big volume could turn us very bullish, right? Could turn us very bullish, but that's a bullish scenario. We don't have enough volume to do that right now, so I don't count on it. Okay, I don't count on it. The highest I'm expecting BTC to go, it is roughly about 11.7. Okay, just about 11.5 to 11.7 in that range, give or take, right? So but that's the highest I'm expecting BTC to go. We're gonna take a look at the daily time frame, and then we're gonna go back to the count, right? So we're gonna talk about, let's take a look at the stock RSI on the monthly. The stock RSI, we already got a crossover, but it doesn't mean a lot, because back in April I told you like the stock RSI gonna be in this, gonna move, gonna give us this bullish signal like to the upside, and then we're gonna be in this range. Like if like we're on a bull market, we're gonna be in this range for like the next 18 months, right? So BTC here dropping down to the low 7,200, even 5k doesn't change anything about the bullishness of BTC. It's just going to be a pullback in a if you take a look at the monthly time frame, it's not going to be very significant. But if you're day trading or like, you know, you're hurdling, BTC dropping 50%, it means a lot, right? But if you take a look at the monthly, it is very insignificant. Okay, it is going to be 50% pullback from 14K, but you know, 50% like in terms of price, right? But it's when you take a look at the stock outside the previous bull market, we got something similar to it, right? Just like this. Okay, we could be moving, you know, up and down, just make some noise in this area, and then the stock outside on the monthly it is not even that incredibly high yet, like a 97 to like a 99. All right, previously we got up to like 100, but can you imagine like if like we retest like 100 on the stock outside on the monthly time frame? So we could hit like some very high numbers. Okay, very high numbers. So even though I'm looking for lower numbers from BTC right now, I'm still bullish, at least, you know, over the next 12 to 18 months. I'm still bullish. I'm just bearish over the next like 2 to 3 months, right? That's my bearishness in terms of time frame regarding BTC. But it is over the next 12 to 18 months, I'm extremely bullish on BTC. So if you're holding for the long term, maybe it is not good time for you to sell. Maybe it is just a good time for you just to wait for low 7K, start accumulating down, even if you hit like 5K. All right. So let's go back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Ethereum. If you have any alt you want to talk about, you can just let me know underneath the chat. I mean, in the chat room, I'm gonna take a look at it. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Send comeback bullish. I'm not bullish yet. Okay, I would say like I'm 60% bearish right now. All right, 60 to 70% bearish. All right, the bullishness I see on BTC is not gonna break like. I'm not saying it's not gonna break it, but all I see from BTC is like the max I'm seeing right now as I'm speaking is like 11.5. Okay, 11.5, and I'm gonna show you on. Let's go back to BTC, all right? Because we haven't talked about BTC on a public live stream for like a week now. So if you want to join the private live stream, guys, it is almost like a 2 private live stream a day. If you want to join like the private live stream, daily update, target updates, all of that, announcements, make sure to join the private live stream. It is 0.011 BTC, guys, a month. Just your fees, guys, you pay on this exchange worth more than 0.011 a month, right? So you take a look at the daily time frame. Let's remove this stock. I hate it on lower time frame. Take a look at this WXY correction. So we got this WX, we call this WXY correction down to this area, right? We said it like we could be making this move a 1-to-1 extension of the initial move, guys. We talked about it since June, guys, since June. Okay, so June, everybody was looking for, myself, I was looking for 16K, but after that, I said like we're gonna drop down to I initially said like we're gonna drop down to 10.4 to 10.7. We got in it exactly from 14K to 10.4, guys. You didn't find like many people calling that move. Okay, many people who called that move from 14K to 10.7. We called it exactly even before it happened, and then we called exactly this move. Okay, from you go back and watch all my previous live stream, like roughly around like late June, mid-June, in this area, we call this move. It is going to be the fastest move from BTC, guys. We called it from like a roughly 10K, 11K in this area, right? We called it. So right after I called it, BTC went up like 2,000 points. So you take a look at it. We're looking for this W to be at least a 1-to-1 extension. So a 1-to-1 extension of this W move, like from 14K to 10.7, and then an extension from it from like roughly 12.5, 12.6, 12.3. It is going to be roughly about 7,300, and 7,200. It is 7,200. We talked about it is going to be 0.618 pullback. So it is a nice confluence. So you just want to keep an eye on it. You don't have to be bearish, but just keep an eye on it. All right. You don't have to wait for it, but just keep an eye on it. So that's what we're looking for. So another account we're looking for BTC, and I showed you exactly, guys, how this is this move right here, right? We got one, okay, and then we got a flat correction in this area. Let's see, let's go back. We got a flat correction in this area. I showed you like this flat correction after BTC pushed to the upside like to 10 roughly 10.9. I showed you this is a flat correction, and then you're going to be looking for another move to the downside. So you're going to be looking for this move to the downside. So this is going to give you a nice A, B, and C correction. All right, so once you get your A, B, C correction, you just use your WXY tool and say W, that's your W, that's your three-way move to the downside. You got this three-way move to the upside, and then you got this three-way move to the downside. All right, so which is, I'm gonna get another color, which is, you got 1, 2, 3. I gotta do good my drawing. 1, 2, 3, and then you got another 1, 2, 3, and then you got this, the three-way move in W, ABC correction, okay, to complete the W. So the count is pretty valid. It is just like it is hard to understand. Most people can understand like this is a flat correction in this area, and I anticipated it, guys. We anticipated this move like when BTC was in this area, but we got another valid count, which is pretty valid, right? Which is a WXYXZ correction. So what you got in this area, we got 1, 2, 3 W, we got 1, 2, 3 X, that's your W, and then you got this 1, 2, 3, that's your Y correction. You could anticipate this one to be a Y correction, and then you could get this 1, 2, and 3-way move to the upside, which is going to be another X, a possible retest of 11.5 up to like 11.8, whatever, but not breaking 12.4 and 12.3, and then we could get this one, which is going to be our Z correction. So this wave is it is still valid, okay? It is still valid, but as soon as we break 92, it is going to be invalidated, okay? But as long as we stay like above like a 97 to 95 range, we still can call this a three-way move, okay? We still can call it three-way move. 1, 2, 3, okay? The third wave could be like, let's see what type of extension we can anticipate. If like that's a bullish scenario, we could anticipate like 1-to-1 extension gonna take us roughly about 11.3, right? 11.3, all right? That's gonna be 1-to-1 extension of this move, right? From down and up. So that's why I'm expecting like BTC could even push like to 11.5 in this range. It is still valid, okay? Don't be extremely bullish, don't be extremely bearish about BTC, so don't mess with it. So hey, what's up, John? Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, I'm not very I'm not even thinking about the back to like I'm just analyzing BTC based on the chart. Whatever happened regarding the back, we still got like 2 counts. We still get a big dump. Like this is our initial count, this is our secondary count, okay? The secondary count is calling for 11.2 to 11.5, maximum 11.5. But I don't see us breaking 12K and so on, right? So and then the count to the downside, it is calling for 7200. I know most people only using like most people using their fib retracement, and this count is validating what they're saying, like a 7200. So this 7200, it is pretty valid, okay? It is very, don't ignore it. When people calling it, I know you're seeing it from other YouTubers calling 7200 blah blah blah, but it is valid, so don't ignore it. All right, don't ignore it, excuse me. So okay, I mean we got two counts, so let's see how we're gonna play it. You can play it on you can see it on the lower time frame, the bullishness and bearishness of BTC. But let's see, we don't have enough volume. Definitely something big gonna happen. So the only thing you can do, right, is let the market do the work, okay? You put your put your buy or sell order, whatever, and then put your stop loss and let the market do the work, because it's not you. Like, you cannot push the price up. I cannot push the price up. You can't just, you know, anticipate in the market and let the market do the work. All right. So, but let's see how Monday gonna look like. It's gonna be a fun Monday, guys. I mean, it's gonna be a fun week, basically. It's gonna be very fun. Back, like I just said, guys, I'm 100% like focusing on the chart. The chart gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Already told us what's gonna happen already. Okay, so if you take a look at it, right, back was announced like since like what, 2018. You take a look at the price of BTC, guys. It went up like almost, you know, 400%, guys. Like, you know, it went up like 350% up. So do you think like the news gonna push the price up 350% again? I don't think so. Okay, I mean, personally, my personal bias is like, I don't think so. But I don't focus on that. I don't focus on news. I don't talk about news on my chart. It is just for the sake of conversation in the chat room. But you know, I'll show you the two counts. Okay, we could still push to 11.5. I don't know if back we're gonna close it, but like if like we get the volume we need in this area, the volume is definitely going to be coming in very soon. Okay, very soon we're going to get the very big volume. Our side is not in favor of any move right now. Pretty much neutral, 43, facing to the downside, no sign of U-turn. Okay, you make your own call. Okay, you make your own call. But you know, if you're bullish, you got valid reason to be bullish. Right now BTC is sitting on the on top of the 100 EMA in this range, which is roughly about like 98.88. Last night we came down to 99.04. That's like less than 15 points. That's pretty accurate. Okay, that's very accurate. And then we got a pretty much a nice three-way move, like 1, 2, 3. We could come back, retest this area of 96 to 98 and get this move. Okay, and get this move up to like 11K tomorrow or whatever, next week or so. But it is pretty valid. Okay, it is pretty valid to be bullish. It's nothing wrong to be bullish. Yeah. So let's keep an eye on that move to 7200. If you've seen it somewhere, don't pretty much ignore it, guys. Don't ignore it. Okay, we all want some high prices, and you know, but at the same time you have to protect yourself. And another scenario you could be looking for BTC. If you take a look at the line, instead of the candle, you use the line. You can see like we haven't seen like a head and shoulder yet. If you use your line graph, you're not seeing like a head and shoulder yet. Okay, because we have to reach close. Okay, close above, close below like a 94 in order to get officially get in head and shoulder. All right, because this one we were anticipating is not in, you know, if you take a look at your line graph, it's not. All right, even if you go back, you can see like right before the drop, we got this three-way move, and then we got this move, we got this head and shoulder. 1-to-1 extension gonna take us exactly to our previous low. So you might not, you know, you might ignore it, say like head and shoulder doesn't work. But if you're a day trader and then you see like this head and shoulder, it might be irrelevant. Okay, because you're gonna have to wait like for, like, let's see, we got this head and shoulder like September, right? Early September, and then, you know, the drop came like November, so like almost September, 2 months, 60 days. All right, so don't ignore this head and shoulder, guys. You know, a 1-to-1 extension, we talked about it, gonna take us roughly about like a 68 to 69, which is also like in target of like which is also like, you know, within target of 7200, right? So let's just keep an eye on it. Okay, let's just keep an eye on 7200. Keep an eye on 7200. So let's move on to Ethereum, guys, and then we're gonna take a look at XRP next. Ethereum right now, it is turning bullish again. Not bullish, but it is moving in between it is moving between 210 to 220 on the daily time frame. We could be looking for a retest of the 100 EMA, which is 207. Okay, and then if like we break 207, we could look for 200. Okay, 200, which is roughly 50 EMA. So if that's too complicated for you, just use your fib level. Okay, and look for 382. Look for 382 to 50% pullback. All right, so if like this is like a strong push to the upside, we might not even break like 382. Okay, we could at least retest like from 382, which is 202. We could go back and retest like 224 in this range of 220 before making this W correction in this area. So this way you're gonna get your W, X, and Y correction in this area. All right, so if I draw it properly, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We could make this move in this area. All right, 0.618 extension, 0.618 pullback, a probable 1-to-1 extension in this area, which is gonna take us roughly about 0.618 pullback to 50% pullback. So let's see. Ethereum is currently bullish, so it is hard to call for a retracement when I know like BTC can still like push back to 11K. So if BTC is gonna push back to 11.2 to 11.5 in that range, definitely Ethereum has a chance to even push back and break like a 250. So breaking 250 going to be very, very bullish for Ethereum. All right, breaking 250 going to be very bullish. But if BTC retraces back to 11.2 to 11.5, we definitely can see Ethereum getting support from this area of 50 or 100 EMA, price gets squeezed in this area and break above this area and probably go to 382 to 50% pullback, which is roughly 260. Okay, but it doesn't mean like I'm still bearish like in Ethereum for Ethereum within the next 3 to 4 months. It doesn't mean like we're still going to be going like to $600 stuff like that. I'm still going to be looking for a pullback from Ethereum. Okay, a pullback from Ethereum. So depending on BTC price action also at the same time. All right, so let's move on to Ripple XRP. Ripple XRP, if you've been following this channel, last time we had a public live stream. I told you guys keep an eye on Ripple XRP to retest 30 cents to 32 cents, right? So you can see Ripple XRP was just about this area when I was talking about Ripple last Sunday, right? Ripple was like 24 to 25 cents, and I told you keep an eye on Ripple XRP with this move, okay? With this move to the upside, just like EOS. All right, just like EOS, with this move to the upside. So we got exactly this move. It is kind of overextended. Firstly, we were looking for like a 30 cents, right? But it got like all the way up to 32 cents, which is almost like another 8%, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. But right now it seems like we're correcting. It seems like we still got some more juice to push to the upside. I like this correction. Price is decreasing. Price is decreasing, volume is decreasing, and we're getting support from the 50 EMA. That's a good combination, guys. We definitely at some point gonna pull back. Okay, we're definitely gonna pull back. It is just how high we're gonna pull back, but I like this correction. Okay, I like this correction. So if you're looking for a pullback from Ripple XRP, you can anticipate a pullback. Let's say we don't break this area of 50 EMA on the daily time frame. We could at least retest the 382, which is like a let's say 50%, which is roughly right around 30 cents to 31 cents. Okay, we could retest at least 30 cents to 31 cents. Current price of Ripple is like 29, so it doesn't seem a lot, but if you leverage it means a lot. Okay, those 3% means a lot. So from current price, you're looking for that's a lot, guys. That's looking for 5% to almost 7%. Okay, so don't play with Ripple XRP right now. Keep shorting Ripple XRP right around this area of 50 EMA on the daily. So let's take a look at the lower time frame again. The lower time frame, it seems like we're getting a double bottom, but I'm still looking for this move. we could get this flat correction, right? That's the thing. Like looking at the lower time frame, you get different pictures. Okay, you get different perspective. We still can get this this move like this, and then drop down and get support by right around like a 27 before even going back up in this area. Okay, like a 31. So depending how you look at it, it can give you like a a very funny way of looking at it. But depending on your skill, you're gonna be you're gonna know at what point you want to enter, take your position. Okay, take a position on Ripple. But the 50 and then the 100, they're gonna play a crucial role. 27 to 28 cents. They're definitely gonna definitely going to take a break in this area and then make a decision. Okay, and make a decision. So if you want to get this daily analysis, make sure to join the private group at least, or join the public Telegram group. If you want to upgrade to the premium member, you can shoot me a you can send me a message, and then I'll show you how to join the Discord channel. All right. Okay, like for instance, I don't. Hey, what's up, Daniel? For instance, I don't pay attention to the CME. I never looked at it. I don't pay attention to it. So when I say like we're gonna drop to 5K, most people weren't paying attention to that. All right. When I say like we're gonna drop to 7,200, most people weren't paying attention to that. When I was saying like BTC gonna go to 10K, that was like BTC was like 4K like last December. Okay. When I was saying BTC gonna go to 14K, 12K, BTC was like 6K, 5K. So it doesn't matter what people say. You just try to stay consistent until like price action proves you wrong, and then you change your strategy. Yeah, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about like following your proper methodology, because the way I see things might not be the same way you see things, right? Or the way you see things might not be the same way another trader see things, but you might end up having the same same results. So it is just what I see. If it's if it's not feasible, we're just gonna change strategy, and then see how can we improve from it, and then move on. But it's not gonna be the end of the world. 9 out of 10 we forgot about what we analyzed like last month or 2 months ago. All right. So I wouldn't fight for whether BTC gonna drop down to 72 or not. All right. We're not here to make the price go down or go up. We're basically here just to analyze, and 9 out of 10, what we analyze is okay. So XRP, look for a retest of this area, all right, at some point. All right, at some point. Let's move on to let's take a look at EOS. EOS, similar move. It attempted to turn bullish, give us this 3-way move. It could be 5, like most people like to count 5, but I don't think this going to be 5-way. So it is a 3-way move, a corrective move in this area. We could look for a 1-to-1 extension now from Ripple, from Ethereum, from EOS. Well, I'm calling EOS Ethereum. A 1-to-1 extension going to take us roughly about 360, but in 360, if you take a look at it in this area, it is we got a nice area of support right around 360. Okay, right around 360, and which is roughly about 50% pullback, also 50% pullback. So it depends how BTC gonna be moving, but sometimes BTC can be moving up and all these alt gonna be dropping. So 360 would be a nice area to look for a long, at least for from EOS. All right, and look for a 382 to a 50% pullback, which is going to be roughly about like 39 to 38 again. Okay, 39 to 38. If you want to short it, you can take a shot and short it, but put your stop loss like above this area of $4. But the bigger time frame, it is still, you still have to be very careful about EOS, because we still can go back and retest like $4.70 to $4.50. That's why it is not safe right now, until like you see like a big volume, like a big selling pressure to start shorting EOS, like we start shorting EOS heavily, because we still got a chance to still get this move get this channel to the upside, and get the divergence. All right, so but you gotta be careful, like when you're shorting EOS right now. I'm not extremely bullish on EOS. I was bullish on EOS when EOS was like a $3 in this range up to $4. But even though we got this move to the upside, I'm not really bullish on EOS. Okay, I'm not really bullish on EOS unless we break a $4.70. Then I can be start turning bullish on the EOS in this range. All right, $4.60 to $4.70. Yes, I mean I do care about I do care about the price action, but what I mean, like I don't care. I mean I do care, but what I mean is like I'm not very stressed about like if BTC pushes to the upside like to even 16K. Okay, and so it is good for all of us. All right, but all of us and most traders, most retails, they wanna buy cheaper BTC. That's one of the reasons also, but it doesn't affect like how I look at the market. If BTC goes to 50K, I'm just look at it as BTC. I don't look at the numbers. So, all right, Daniel. Hey, what's up, money bag? Dodge. All right, so keep an eye on basically on EOS for a possible pullback to 360 in this range. All right, possible pullback to 360. So let's move on to Bitcoin Cash now. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, we talked about it. We talked about it before the pullback last week. If you guys remember, when we said like Bitcoin Cash, we're looking for two possible moves. Okay, the first move gonna be Bitcoin Cash coming back down to retest like a 270, and then we could take it to the upside. And then the second scenario was like Bitcoin Cash to break above 315, and then we're gonna take the long position. But Bitcoin Cash broke 315, but it is coming back down to retest it. And then guess what? We got the 50 EMA on the 4 hour. Now it is supporting the price. Okay, the 50 EMA on the 4 hour, it is now supporting the price. So let's see if like BTC pushing to the upside can carry Bitcoin Cash, and then a Bitcoin Cash could be retesting our target of 350. Okay, but it is still bullish. It is not, nothing has changed. It is still bullish. Other than that, you could be looking for just like Ripple XRP, right? Similar move. All right, if you're pretty bearish and you're looking to short Bitcoin Cash, you could be looking for a 50% pullback. Okay, 50% pullback to 0.618, which is 294 to 300. Okay, 294 to 300. All right, 294 to 300. So keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash at least for the short term. Let's move on to the daily. The daily is not looking that great. Okay, it is not looking that great, but it has similar pattern with Litecoin. And you see, we haven't talked about Litecoin, but you can see like Litecoin give us this move, a roughly 1-to-1 extension. It is exactly a 1-to-1 extension. Litecoin give us the same exact pattern. So one thing we can anticipate like a 1.618 extension, and in order to do that, we have to take our fib extension. 1.618 extension going to be 360. So we got valid reason to think about like Bitcoin Cash could retest like the 350 to 360 range. But right now we just got stopped right around 1-to-1 extension, which was like which is exactly like 330 to 335, right? So we retested like 333. Okay, just like Litecoin. Okay, just like Litecoin. So, but if you're pretty much very bearish, this alt, they don't respect most of the time. If they're bearish, they don't respect like 382, and we already retested 382. But on the daily time frame, we haven't seen like a pullback on the daily. We only seen a pullback on the lower time frame. So let's see. Let's go back to the 4 hour. When you take a look at the 4 hour, you can see like we got a pullback, right? you're gonna become 1, 2, and 3 anticipated like 1-to-1 extension could be like 200-300, right? So but when you go on the daily, you haven't seen a pullback yet, okay? So which means like you could get a 3-way move on the daily. I mean, you can get a 3-way move to the downside on the 4-hour, but it is still going to be very bearish on the daily. You're only going to see like red candles to the downside, and then all of a sudden you can get this pullback to like a 0.618 to roughly 0.786, which is going to be 320 to 321. Let's say we pull back to 300. All right, so you can verify that with your fib level. You see, it is exactly once you used to use these fib levels, you don't even need you don't need them anymore. You can just anticipate it. It is roughly going to be like a 325 and then to like a 320, exactly what we said, right? So keep an eye on a Bitcoin Cash for both possible scenarios. A heavy drop to like a 300, not heavy, but it is almost 10%, right? So 8% drop to roughly 300 before pushing back up to like a 320 to 330 again. So next coin we're gonna take a look at the Dodge coin. Money bag. Hopefully you got a Dodge USD BYBIT. I don't know, but I didn't know BYBIT has a Dodge, but we're gonna take a look at it. It might start it today. So let's move on to LTC. Litecoin, we talked about it. You can see how Litecoin is pretty much similar. When you analyze these coins on the daily, guys, it is incredible. You see things better. So you can see Litecoin, we got this move to the upside, which was 3-way 1, 2, 3, a pullback, and then a 1-to-1 extension. Okay, 1-to-1 extension, we couldn't even close exactly above the 1-to-1 extension. We couldn't even close above it. So heavy rejection. Okay, heavy rejection, heavy rejection. So for Litecoin, we already at 382. Like I said, most of these alts sometimes they don't respect 382 when they bearish. But we haven't seen a 3-wave move pullback from Litecoin, so we're not gonna get like a red candles down to like a 60, 62 again, right? 62 again. So let's see. So we're not gonna get this, right? So what can we anticipate from Litecoin? We at least gonna get this pullback. Okay, we at least gonna get this pullback. But let's see if like a 50% to 0.618, one of them gonna support the price first. If not, we definitely gonna retest like the 0.786. But it is too early to be bearish because we still haven't retest like the 100 EMA, which is like roughly $83. And $83, I showed you guys, it is at exactly at 0.618. Let's double check. This is actually 50% pullback from roughly 107. The previous move when Litecoin pushed to 107, I told you Litecoin gonna still drop the downside, guys. So Litecoin was 107, and I was like, that's just very bearish, and then we could be retesting the low 60 to low $65 Litecoin. So we just pulled back 382. Okay, next move to look for it is nothing but 50% maximum. Okay, so I'm not extremely bullish on that Litecoin. Definitely if BTC pushes to the upside to like 11 or so, definitely Litecoin can get this move. Okay, back to roughly $80. But currently I'm just looking for like a Litecoin to pull back to 0.618. all right, on the daily. So these alto guys, they look better when you trade them on the daily time frame. All right, so look for this move at least for the short term. If you get this move, it is a nice long entry. Okay, nice long entry to roughly 77. Right, but it doesn't look good for Litecoin right now. Okay, it doesn't look good. The only thing that is looking good is like we got a corrective volume structure. Okay, I like this volume because price is dropping, not heavily, right, but volume is decreasing. So at some point we're gonna have to get a heavy pullback. Okay, we're gonna get a heavy pullback. So let's move on to BTC again, see how the big boy is doing. Still sitting at 10k, guys. So on BYBIT, so not much you can say about BTC. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The new 4-hour candle just started. On the Heikin-Ashi, we haven't seen like a sign of reversal, so volatility could be coming very shortly. I said it in my private group. Keep an eye on BTC with high volatility, giving us this type of pattern. Very aggressive move. Okay, could get this move like this, just like that. Okay, just about like September 13th when we drop back down and push heavily to the upside. We got this move again. You can see this type of move right here. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like BTC can give us one in this area. Okay, a very volatile move with a very small body. Okay, just like that. Okay, small body, big wick, big tail, small body. Most people are going to be very bullish, and all of a sudden it is still going to be dropping to the downside and possible push to the upside, right? So keep an eye on BTC pushing back to 10.2 to 10.3 basically. I know the current price is 10,000. It's not, it is 3% move, but we just dropped 3 to 4% last night, so it can happen again. So don't sleep on it. Dodge, BYBIT. Let's take a look at Dodge coin. It's not on. It is not on BYBIT, but Dodge USD. Let's just take a look at Dodge on Bittrex. Let's take a look at the USD Theta. Let's take a look at. I think Bittrex has a better history than Binance in terms of for Dodge. So Dodge coin, it is looking nice with this three-way move. As now as I open up this chart, that's the most important thing I've seen, right? It is very corrective. A nice nice three-way move. You can deny it. And it is Heikin-Ashi on the 4-hour right now, and you can see we got a multiple rejection on the 50 and 100 EMA. Price couldn't close below the 100. Right now we're sitting on top of the 50. That's extremely bullish, so we could be looking for a Dodge at least to retest like this area. I'm not saying we're gonna close above like a roughly right around like a 0.0027. I don't think we're gonna close above it, because this could look like a sample three-way move to the downside. Just a impulse wave. We could get this. Let me change the color. We could get this move and then get another three-way move to the upside, just to get the double tap before a further sell-off, right? But another possible wave also, you have to keep in mind, this could be a normal flat correction in this area, a double bottom, a push to the upside. So either way you look at it, I would take profit as soon as we hit like 0.0027, which is like very low. But if we retest like 0.0227, I would at least take some profits. Okay, at least would take some profits. So, but it looks very corrective. Let's see if Dodge gonna break this area. Okay, because you got like I just said, you got two possibilities. You got your ABC correction, you could get another one, and then this very impulse wave to the downside, a possible push to the upside. But you just have to be very patient with this alt. You just don't buy them right now and expect to get the 80% gain. Sometimes this can play out can be like a 2 to 3 weeks pattern. All right, so you just have to be careful. On the daily, it looks very it has a low volume, so that's why you cannot see much. But on the daily, same move as a Ripple XRP and EOS. You can see like we got this move, we just got this flat correction. So it is pretty valid on the lower time frame to to count this as a ABC correction. Just could push back up and then get the further sell off. But right now, until we break like 0.03 in this range, it is not bullish. Okay, it is not bullish. It is not bullish. So we're looking for this double bottom. All right, look for this double bottom from Dodge. Hit BTC looks much better. Let's take a look at Dodge. USD. Okay, it looks it has a better volume. It looks much better. But still, guys, you can see like you can see it is we haven't even seen like a nice pullback yet from this big push to the upside. Most alt got rejected by the 100 EMA. So let's see if Dodge can close above it. But on the lower time frame, like I just said, it is very corrective. Okay, it is very corrective, and we sit in just about the 50 EMA on the 4 hour. All right, but Dodge, the thing with Dodge is like, you know, volume is increasing, price is decreasing. Unlike the other alt, you know, price is decreasing, like Litecoin price is decreasing and volume is decreasing. So but Dodge is not the case. Okay, that's not the case. We get increasing in volume and you know, price, you know, dropping. So that's a move I'm saying like about Litecoin. You can see how you know, in this area we could get this move to the upside again, like in Litecoin and you know, EOS, stuff like that. That's the move I'm talking about. But Dodge already gave us that, you know, this 3-wave move to the downside. Okay, we could anticipate another one just to double tap and this move further sell off. All right, so that's too difficult for you. You got this corrective move. All right, so basically all we're doing is just correcting in this area before looking for further sell off. All right, but in order for me to be bullish on Dodge, you know, we have to at least break this area. Okay, we have to at least break this area, and then you could be looking for higher numbers, but it is not incredible right now. The only time I would be bullish on Dodge is like when we broke this area of like a 0.02, when we broke like 0025. Yes, you could be bullish, but right now it's not the time. Yes, definitely. What's up, downtown? That's what we're saying exactly, downtown. We're saying like Bitcoin, we're looking for 7,200, but don't sleep on Bitcoin. Don't mess with Bitcoin. Okay, just because we're looking for 7,200 range doesn't mean like it's gonna come like next week. Okay, you know, because I just showed you like we still got a possibility to move like to 11.2 to 11.5. So just be careful. Okay, you have to be extremely careful right now. It is not time to mess with BTC right now. It is not really time to mess with BTC. The only time you would be messing with BTC is like if all your indicators pretty much very oversold, like for weeks. Yes, you can mess with it. You can buy BTC. But right now, even like the RSI is like 39. It is not time to mess with this. BTC can terrify you guys. I'm telling you. So don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. No new volume, but BYBIT is coming. Most people are very excited, but let's see how you guys excitement going to translate into the chart. So because I really don't pay. I don't wait for news. Like I don't even pay. I didn't even know BYBIT is on the 23rd until you guys told me. I don't read like those type of bullish news because it's gonna definitely affect your analysis at some point, right? So but if you just stay on your you know, your current you know, methodology, you wouldn't care much if BYBIT, you know, start like December 23rd or BYBIT start tomorrow. All right, so we could just still get this move. So we could still get this move, guys. So let's just be careful. All right, could still get this one. You're welcome. Make sure to join. Hey, what's up, downtown? Make sure to join the public Telegram group. The link is under the description. If you want to upgrade to the private, you know, the premium membership, you know, make sure to shoot me a message, and then I'm gonna tell you how to join the premium member. The fees pretty much, you know, 0.011 BTC a month, and then you know, you're going to be able to join and watch private live stream, daily update, constant announcement, market analysis for the top alt, so and all of that, guys. So if you guys don't have any question, I'm just gonna wrap it up, and then we're gonna talk about BTC hopefully tomorrow on weekly close. And a weekly close. So $99.86. Yep. So a big drop is coming, guys. So volume is still decreasing. The 4 hours still just started. So a big volatility. I wouldn't say a big drop, but big volatility. Okay, it is coming very shortly. All right, big volatility is coming very shortly. Casino coin going to $10 end of the year. All right, I don't even know casino coin, so but casino coin, yeah. Casino coin. Let's see. Can you tell me the symbol for it? Yes. What's up, e-governance? We talked about that scenario. I don't know if you used to at the beginning of the live stream I talked about it or not, but we talked about like BTC, a possible BTC going to 5,700. So most people are not paying attention to those lower numbers, okay? But I'm telling you, like, you know, 5,700 sounds very low, but you know, you guys gotta remember, BTC dropped from 20k to 57 to like a 3k, and when BTC was 10k, I remember like 2018 when people were saying like we're gonna hit 3k. If you make a YouTube comment and you say like BTC gonna drop to 3k, they're gonna be like, you crazy, get out of here. But you know, after we hit like a 4k, people be like, okay, I'm waiting for 1,800. But keep in mind, guys, like mid 50, it is a fib level, okay? It is also like it is also a 0.786. Not just that, right? If you go, I showed you about the Trololo trend line. If you want to calculate the Trololo trend line, just go to Rapid Table. It is a free website, and click on calculator, and click on math calculator. After you click on math calculator, click on the exponential growth calculator. So the Trololo trend line right now, the initial value of the Trololo trend line, it is roughly about 50, right? 5,050. The growth rate, it is like 1.13% per week. All right, and then the time frame in 12 weeks, which is like roughly end of December, right? Roughly mid-December, right? Because you know BTC love mid-December, so it is going to be 57 to 5,800. Okay, and we haven't retested the Trololo trend line since like late March. Okay, so it is going to be almost like 9 months, right? So we could retest like 58 to 6,000 level in this range, you know, a big wick, and you know, retest like the 5,700 range. So keep an eye on it. Like back in March, I said it multiple times, you know, BTC is not going to break the Trololo trend line, like, you know, even late March, and I said like we're not going to break it 3880, and BTC bottom exact at 3883, I think, right? 3883. So don't sleep on BTC. I'm bullish on BTC like over the next, you know, 12 to 18 months, but over the next 2 to 4 months, I'm not extremely bullish. I'm not extremely bullish. But other than that, after that, you know, 7k, 5k, whatever, it is going to be a nice entry. Okay, nice entry, right? That's Binance still sitting on 10k. So it is do or die. CSC. man. I don't see no casino coin, man. CSC. I don't see no casino coin. I'll give you some time maybe to show up on TradingView, and then we're going to take a look at it. So if you guys don't want to see any other markets, we're just going to wrap it up and then call it a night or a day or a morning, depending where you live. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, guys.